Hydric Hammock, a wetland community. With Mr. Bronson, Master Naturalist. A Project Tides production.
Ecosystems are areas in which physical, chemical, and biological processes work together to support a community of organisms. Hi, I'm Mr. Bronson, Master Naturalist. Join me as we tour one of Florida's wetland communities, a hydric hammock. Other way. Wetlands are defined as areas that are often flooded, completely underwater, or have soils that are saturated enough to support vegetation that needs moist soil in order to survive. Wetlands come in many different forms, such as ponds, rivers, lakes, swamps, marshes, and hydric hammocks. There are many characteristics that influence what type of wetland it is, including the elevation, the amount of water, how long it stays there, the climate, the soil, and even fire. Today we're going to take a look at a hydric hammock, which is the area we're in right now. A hydric hammock is a type of wetland that is periodically flooded and supports wetland plants and animals. They have short hydro periods, meaning they do not have standing water very often, but they do support a high number of species of plants and organisms. The soil in a wetland, such as this hydric hammock we are in today, has few nutrients. It is mostly decaying plant matter, giving it this black color. The soil also has a distinct smell, which is a result of gases being released as the leaves and trees rot and decay. Here, take a whiff. When looking at the plants in a wetland habitat, it's important to note the adaptation that they have acquired. An adaptation is a modification to a physical structure or behavior that allows an organism to survive in its environment. For example, this tupelo tree behind me has adapted to the wet, moist soil of a wetland by expanding its base and reaching out with long roots. This big, wide base and long roots allow it to survive as the moist soil is shifted when water comes into the area and then flows out again. This prevents it from toppling over and thereby dying. Another adaptation of a plant in a hydric hammock is the ability to compete effectively for nutrients. The trees around me are actually fighting to survive. They have grown tall and wide at the top. This tall, wide area of leaves is what's known as a canopy. This canopy allows the taller trees to capture the sunlight to photosynthesize the nutrients, the water, and the chemicals within it in order to make food, to grow, and survive. This dense canopy lets only a little bit of light filter through to the bottom of the ground. That little bit of light does not allow the plants in the bottom to grow tall as their trees. Now, how do these trees get so tall if there's no light coming down? That's easy. Oftentimes, when a tree reaches its maximum age, it will die and then fall over as the moist soil shifts around it. When that tree falls, it breaks loose branches and other areas to allow that canopy to open up. When that canopy opens up, the sunlight filters down to the ground and lets those smaller, younger trees begin to fight it out. The trees that grow the fastest are the ones that are actually going to survive and make it to the top and spread their leaves to be part of that canopy. Typical plants of a hydric hammock include the state tree, the cabbage palm. I happen to have an example right here behind me. Take a look. Another common wetland plant are these bracken ferns. These bracken ferns are adapted to surviving in a wetland habitat. They need little sunlight, can tolerate extreme moisture, and they have lots of spores on the bottom of their leaves that enable them to reproduce rapidly. This ability to reproduce rapidly allows them to spread out across the hydric hammock floor, making it one of the foremost plants you'll see as you take a walk. Another common plant in the wetlands is poison ivy. This poison ivy has leaves of 3, so let it be, because it has a nasty oil that will cause a really nasty, itchy, scratchy itch. Hi there, me again. Now, these wetlands are a valuable resource. Many developers choose to fill in these wetland areas because they view them as wasted land. However, the benefits of wetlands include the retention of floodwaters, buffers against erosion, the improvement of water quality because of filtration, and the support of a diverse population of plants and wildlife. They also recharge our groundwater for drinking. With our help, wetlands such as this hydric hammock can continue to flourish and support many species of plants and animals, and serve as recharge areas for our Florida aquifer, the source of our drinking water. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next time. This is Mr. Bronson, Master Naturalist, saying, see you later.